Just ahead on CTV News.
And we have updates on the arrest of the man who police say shot Chef Tobias Dorzan. I'm Bryce Parker. We give you those details coming up on CTV News.
Plus, one council member looking to transform health outcomes in the county. And we hear more from our new county fire chief. Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for July 1st. I'm Michaela Newton.
And I'm Marquette Shepard. Thanks for joining us. On November 5th, former NFL player and celebrity chef Tobias Dorzan was shot along with a woman during an armed robbery in Hyattsville.
Friday, U.S. Marshals arrested and charged the alleged shooter. CTV's Bryce Parker is at the video wall with more.
So we're going to take you back to last November when Chef Tobias and a woman were returning from dinner right around 10 p.m. That's when police say 21-year-old Devin Spivey and 4 other suspects robbed and shot both Tobias and the woman that he was with, stealing over $100,000 worth of items and cash from the two. Fast forward nearly 8 months later, Spivey, the man who the police say pulled the trigger, is now in custody after being picked up by U.S. Marshals on Friday at a Laurel residence. Spivey faces numerous charges, including 2 counts of attempted first-degree and second-degree murder, 2 counts of first-degree assault, 2 counts of armed robbery, and 2 counts of stalking. Here's Hyattsville Police Chief Jared Towers and State's Attorney Tar Jackson on Spivey's arrest.
Our detectives have worked tirelessly over the last 8 months. This is a huge step forward in arresting and charging 1 of 5 suspects. This is just one step forward, but this is another example, another opportunity for us to show the community what partnerships can do. Partnership here, we could not have done this on our own. The partnerships between the U.S. Marshal Service, our state, local, and federal partners here at the State's Attorney's Office, again, Prince George's County Police, work tirelessly. All means of technology, different investigative techniques, really phenomenal, extraordinary work by our detectives to make sure that we bring justice in this case.
We look forward to continuing with the prosecution of this case. I do want to thank the City of Hyattsville Police Department, the Prince George's County Police Department, and the U.S. Marshals Service, as well as our office, the State's Attorneys for Prince George's County, our office, for the good work that they have done in getting to this point in the case.
Now, following Spivey's arrest, Chef Tobias put out a statement on his Instagram account saying in part, rehab has been rough, real rough, waking up in pain, adjusting to a body that doesn't move like it used to, learning how to sleep with one eye open, watching my back in places I used to feel safe. That part hurts, but I'm still here, still standing, still cooking, and still chasing greatness. Spivey is being held without bond, and police are still searching for the other 4 suspects.
Meanwhile, a county council member, Walla Blagley, has introduced a bill aimed at making residents more healthy. It's called the Food as Medicine Health Program Act of 2025. It would create a countywide initiative that would use food-based interventions as a way to reduce chronic diseases, reduce food insecurity, and improve long-term health outcomes for residents. It's sponsored by Walla Blagley.
What we realize is that healthy food really addresses some of the healthcare issues that we have. Food as medicine is a concept actually started in Medicaid, where basically you can use funds from Medicaid to pay for fruits and vegetables, healthy foods, and it brings that in your diet, which can address a lot of the concerns that you may have. So this bill is going to allow our Department of Health to collaborate to see that we provide healthy fruits and vegetables to our residents, which will help them with a lot of the medical issues that they're facing.
The bill now heads to the Health and Human Services Committee. County Executive Aisha Braveboy makes another big change to the leadership in Prince George's County. Following the retirement of Fire Chief Tiffany Green on Friday, this week Thelmetria Michaelides was introduced as the new chief for Prince George's County Fire and EMS. During her career, Mimi, as she likes to be called, became the county's first African-American woman bomb technician. She now becomes the second African-American woman to serve as the county's fire chief.
We are connected in our mission, and together we will advance this department regardless of any challenges. In the first 100 days, I'll look to assemble and align our command staff and do a full review and evaluation of our needs going forward. As chief, I won't have all the solutions, but I will empower and challenge command staff and all men and women of Prince George's County for our EMS department, working with our stakeholders to meet our challenges and create a blueprint for how we can best utilize our resources. Together, we will ensure that the residents and the citizens of this great county receive the best fire and EMS service anywhere in the country.
Former Chief Green will assume a new position in the county, becoming the Assistant Deputy Chief Administration Officer for Public Safety. Meanwhile, the Senate stayed up all night, and when the dust settled, they gave Donald Trump the win he wanted. The so-called Big Beautiful Bill passed by a single vote, 51-50, with Vice President J.D. Vance breaking the tie. It includes fresh tax cuts, a $5 trillion debt ceiling hike, deep spending slashes to Medicaid and SNAP, and billions of dollars marked for military spending and immigration enforcement. The package now heads to the House, where the path is anything but certain.
Legislation, we're fulfilling the mandate we were entrusted with last November and setting our country and the American people up to be safer, stronger, and more prosperous.
This piece of legislation is corrupt. This piece of legislation is crooked. This piece of legislation is a rotten racket.
We're taking away health care from kids and then burdening them with the debt. We are engaged in Robin Hood in reverse, this body of stealing from the poor in order to give to the rich. This massive transfer of wealth from the bottom to the top. Yeah, this is socialism for the rich.
Democrats warn millions could lose health coverage. Republicans say the bill boosts the economy. Trump wants it signed by Friday, July 4th. But first, House Speaker Mike Johnson has to corral his divided caucus.
Well, a federal judge is demanding written answers from the Justice Department about how the Trump administration plans to move forward with its executive order on birthright citizenship. This comes after the Supreme Court lifted nationwide blocks on the order last Friday, but gave a 4-week grace period before it can be enforced. At a hearing Monday, a DOJ attorney said the administration doesn't plan to act just yet, and the executive order would deny U.S. citizenship to children born here if neither parent is a citizen. It's a major shift that's already facing legal pushback. And there's a new COVID variant making the rounds in the U.S., and now it's the dominant one. It's called NB181, but some are calling it Nimbus. This fast-moving Omicron subvariant is behind about 43% of current cases, and it's linked to a pretty unpleasant symptom, what some are calling razor blade throat. The World Health Organization flagged it in May as a variant under monitoring, mainly because of how quickly it's spreading and some concerning mutations. You're watching CTV News. I'm Michaela Newton.
And I'm Marquette Shepard. Still to come, if you rent an apartment or home here in Maryland, listen up.
A new lease policy is cracking down on shisty landlord practices. We'll have that story and more after the break.
Okay, Dad, look at you.
I look nice, don't I?
I see you.
Yeah.
Adding your own flavor to fashion comes with age.
Oh, man, that's the best one yet.
Forgetting how to add doesn't. Finding it difficult to work with numbers may be a sign of Alzheimer's.
Dad, are you okay?
An early diagnosis can help improve the quality of life for your loved one.
All right.
High school.
Hey, Dad. Do you want to talk about what happened earlier?
Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's. Some things come with age. Some others don't.
Love is a lesson that doesn't end. It knows no conditions, so you better buckle in. Love keeps you on your toes. It never stops, only grows. Love isn't easy, it's a commitment, especially when they're being their most resistant. Love is finding the right seat so you can take a breath. But remember, love isn't lax, it always double checks. Check that your kids are in the right seat at NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Teachers are dynamic leaders, shaping a new generation. Innovating to prepare students for our fast-changing world. They're skilled experts, discovering a universe of solutions, telling stories, inspiring, mentoring, connecting cultures, leading by example. Teaching is a journey that shapes lives. Are you ready to begin? Explore teaching at teach.org.
Nearly a year after the tragic car accident that claimed the lives of 3 former Wise High School football players, the family of one of the victims, Minnesota Vikings cornerback Kyrie Jackson, is launching a scholarship in his honor. The scholarship will be funded in part by the Vikings and through a fundraising effort. It provides $1,000 in college money to select Wise High School graduating seniors. Scholarship recipients must be a student athlete attending a 2- or 4-year college full-time, and they must submit their application by July 25th before midnight. Meanwhile, the bus of Prince George's County adds additional bus shelters across the area. For riders who take the bus, 20 new shelters will be put up in high-demand and underserved bus stops around the county. The expansion of more bus shelters is part of the county's 5-year transit vision plan, which also coincides with the launch of the Better Bus Initiative. County officials say more than $500,000 was allotted in the fiscal year 2026 budget for the bus shelters.
Expanding our bus shelter access, we're looking at not just additional new shelters, but access to those shelters, right? Looking at our sidewalks, how accessible is it to get to the bus stop? Is it comfortable? Is it safe? Is it well lit? So we're looking at a number of things, and we'll be implementing that over the next 5 years.
Currently, fares for the bus are free.
And if you ride the bus in Montgomery County, your commute just got cheaper. All ride-on buses are now fare-free permanently, and that includes Flex, Flash, and Extra Routes buses. County leaders say the $22 million price tag to upgrade outdated fare boxes wasn't worth it, especially when fare revenue has dropped to just over $1 million a year. The move builds on existing free youth programs for youth, seniors, and students. And supporters say it promotes equity and helps low-income riders, while critics warn it won't fix long wait times or service delays. Still, Montgomery County joins a growing list of jurisdictions making transit fare-free. And the Maryland Supreme Court has made it clear parents can't waive child support even if they both agree to it. In a unanimous decision Friday, the justices rejected a couple's argument that their right to make decisions for their child, including skipping court-ordered support. The couple, Erica Hall and Nicholas Hauser, wanted their no support agreement added to their custody order, but the court said no. The ruling means even if parents are on the same page, the court's job is to make sure the child's financial needs are still met.
If you rent a place in Maryland, there's a new law that directly affects you. Starting today, Maryland landlords must attach an annually updated Tenant's Bill of Rights to all residential leases. The document, which is provided by the state, lays out what must be included in a lease, as well as what may not be in the lease. One measure stipulates that a landlord who rents 5 or more units cannot charge more than $25 in fees outside of a security deposit. Also, for a landlord to end your tenancy, you must be notified in writing at least 60 days before the tenancy is terminated. Also, a lease may not include anything that says you give up your legal rights under the law or a right to a jury trial. To read the entire 8-page document, go to the website on your screen and enter Tenant's Bill of Rights in the search bar. And Prince George's police officer with more than 2 decades on the force announces her retirement. Deputy Chief Katina Gomez, who's also the highest-ranking female officer retiring from the county police department, started her career at the Oxon Hill Police Station more than 20 years ago. Throughout her time on the force, Gomez worked in the Community First Division, the Domestic Violence Unit, Training and Education Division, and the Homeland Security Division.
Well, a man from Laurel has been sentenced for his role in a fentanyl distribution conspiracy. The DEA started investigating 43-year-old Amos Narini in September of 2023, where he sold an undercover officer more than 900 fentanyl pills. In March of 2024, law enforcement found more drugs and an armed pistol in his home. Narini was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison, followed by 4 years of supervised release. And the city of Laurel is gearing up for their 2025 general election for city council. The 5 seats on the ballot include 2 council members for Ward 1, 2 for Ward 2, and 1 at-large council member. This year's election will be conducted in a hybrid format and will be held on November 4th. Candidates interested in running can get candidate packets by appointment only between July 7th through the 24th at 4 p.m. and the deadline to submit is July 25th at 12 p.m. But for more information, contact the number or email address on your screen. And still to come on CTV News.
If you're headed to the Eastern Shore this holiday weekend, stay tuned to find out when's the best time to hit the roads.
We'll be right back.
We are women first, but women with disabilities last.
During a military exercise, we crashed and I broke my neck.
When I was in the Air Force, an accident changed my life. I couldn't have imagined the injustices I would face.
Every day, women like me go to the doctor for annual checkups for conditions like breast cancer. Early detection saved my life. But women with disabilities face a cruel reality: inaccessible medical facilities and equipment.
In the 25 years since my injury, I have not seen a gynecologist. There's not one accessible OBGYN in my community.
I found lumps in my breast. I went to a doctor's office I was told was accessible, but when I got there, I couldn't get through the front door.
I don't know where I'd be today without access to testing. Our veterans deserve better. Help PVA fight for access at pva.org.
If words were enough, I would help you bear your burden. I would watch each child of yours grow strong and true. Teach them to read and to write and to sing, so that their voices be forgotten nevermore. If words were enough, I would sate your hunger, and you would know you are my sister, my brother, my child. If words were enough.
It's so hard to predict a sick kid who just keep getting sicker, but we needed to be together as a family. My family is my entire life. My family means the world to me.
When we're together and we have support from Ronald McDonald House, we can be a little stronger. They provide food and a place to rest your head, and they will help you through every step. That's what gets you through every day when you don't know how else you're gonna make it.
It makes you feel like you're not alone.
Starting today, Maryland motorists can expect to pay more to renew their vehicle registration. Here's what it means for you. Drivers with cars under 3,500 pounds, the fee has increased by $10. For vehicles over 3,700 pounds, the cost goes up by $30 to just over $191 a year. For motorcyclists, the fee goes up $5, but wait, there's more. The cost of a vehicle title will now double from $100 to $200.
Meanwhile, the MARC train could soon be expanding to further destinations, potentially to Delaware and Virginia. The Maryland Transit Authority announced their growth and transformation plan, which includes running trains north to Wilmington, Delaware, south to Alexandria, Virginia, and further west to Cumberland, Maryland. The plans also include running trains every 30 minutes between D.C. and Baltimore and expanding weekend service. The plan would require $13.7 billion over the next 25 years.
And if you plan to hit the road this holiday weekend, Maryland officials expect heavy traffic to the eastern shore. If you want to beat the congestion on the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, it's best to rise early with the birds or wait it out and drive with the night owls. Officials ask drivers to stay on U.S. Route 50, even if it's congested. This keeps local roads clear for first responders and residents. AAA also predicts that more than 72 million people will travel from home during the July 4th holiday travel period.
And summer is heating up, and so are the bargains being offered by some major retailers. Amazon's annual Prime Day event kicks off a week from today, and the exclusive sale for Prime members only features deals on an array of products such as clothes, electronics, home goods, and even pet supplies. Sunday, Target is celebrating Circle Week, where shoppers can get up to 40% off tech and gaming. And it's never too early to shop for the next school year. Shoppers can also expect 30% off select backpacks, school uniforms, and supplies. And don't move anywhere. Simon Buggs has our Tuesday sports page.
That's right. What's going on in sports, Simon?
Stay tuned for your Tuesday sports page, guys, because I have some news from the world of soccer and baseball in store. Don't move a muscle. We'll be right back.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
Bro, you gotta stop with that depression stuff.
Escúchame, en esta casa los hombres no lloran.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
Thanks for hearing me out, bro. Appreciate it.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
It's cancer.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop a
normalizing.
bullet.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Okay, everybody, the wait is finally over. For our first story, we go to the world of soccer, as Maryland native Hyven Kuonang's soccer journey has been an impressive one. From winning championships with the soccer clubs, Tacoma Park Friends United and the Future Monarchs, to playing at a Division I school in Radford University, and most recently taking his talents to Germany, the Duval High School graduate didn't get to where he is today without the love and support of his family. I recently talked to Kuonang, and he credited his family for helping him become the person he is today.
Without them, I would never be anywhere right now because, you know, they're the biggest part. If you don't get no support, you will not really do what you want to do. You will not be confident about certain decisions you take. So having my 3 siblings and both of my parents all together, it's really a blessing, and I'm happy for that because without them, they keep me strong. Even when things are not going well, they always keep me strong, motivate me, and tell me about why I started. and who I am now. So this is a positive having them, you know. They're the biggest impact in my life.
Meantime, congratulations to Bay Sox players Enrique Bradfield Jr. and Keegan Gillies for being selected to the MLB All-Star Futures Game. This game pits the best American and National League affiliated prospects against each other. Bradfield, who is an outfielder, played in 33 games this season and has recorded 7 doubles, a triple, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, and 13 stolen bases. The Vanderbilt product is also the Orioles' #2 ranked prospect. And Gillies, who is a pitcher, pitched in 26 games this season. The Tulane product holds a 1.15 earned runs average with 34 strikeouts and only 4 walks allowed. Gillies' 8 saves on the season are also tied for the second most in the Eastern League. Bradfield and Gillies are the 15th and 16th players in Bay Sox history to be selected to the All-Star Futures Game. The Bay Sox will take the field next against the Richmond Flying Squirrels tonight at 6:35. And some sad news out of College Park as Bob Turtle Smith, a longtime supporter of the Maryland baseball program, has passed away. Smith, who was a member of the Terrapin Club, was known for his generous donations to the school, as he and his wife Carol gave over $3 million to Maryland athletics and also created multiple scholarships, specifically for the school's baseball program. And in May 2010, the university rededicated the stadium to Bob Turtle Smith Stadium. Smith was 84 years old. And wrapping up sports, the Washington Nationals will host the Detroit Tigers tonight. First pitch is at 6:45. And that wraps up your Tuesday sports page. Simon Bugs, CTV Sports.
All right, thanks, Simon. Now let's get a look at our 3-day weather forecast. Tonight, heavy showers and thunderstorms are on the way. The area is under a severe storm and flood watch, so be careful on the roads. Tomorrow, more rain is on the way, mainly before 8 a.m. It'll be 83 degrees. Thursday, it's going to be nice and sunny. We'll have a high of 88. Friday, for Independence Day, it'll be just as nice. We'll have a high of 87 and a low of 68.
And for our community calendar this Thursday, bring the kids to join the Ranger team for Recycled Arts in the Park. This event allows participants to create fun and eco-friendly crafts using recycled materials, and it's a great way to explore creativity and learn the importance of sustainability. This event takes place at 11 a.m. at White Marsh Park, but for more information, contact the Park Operations Manager at 240-832-1334.
And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night.